Scott Groves here with another mortgage mystery. What is a 1031 exchange? Okay, a 1031 exchange just refers to the IRS code 1031, 1031. Now, 1031 exchanges can only happen on investment properties. So if you only own your owner-occupied residence, then a 1031 exchange is not for you. Go watch another video on the Mortgage Mystery channel. However, if you're selling an investment property, a 1031 exchange might be the right financial vehicle for you to avoid taxes. And in order to fully explain this, I need to give you a hypothetical situation. First disclaimer is that making money or making a profit on your owner-occupied house is generally not taxed. So let's say, for example, you buy a house for $300,000, you live in it for a couple years, and you sell it for $400,000. The gain from $300,000 from $400,000 is not taxed. Currently, we're coming to you in 2021, and I don't think this law is going to change anytime soon. A single individual can make $250,000 in profit on their primary residence before they get taxed. A married couple can make $500,000 on profit on an owner-occupied property before they get taxed. However, in the investment property world, this is considered an investment, and any gain or profit on an investment property is going to result in taxes due to the IRS and possibly to your state or local government. So what happens if I say, hey, I bought an investment property. Let's say my mom and I bought an investment property 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago, or maybe I inherited some investment property and it was originally purchased for $200,000. And now 10, 20, 35 years later, the property is worth $700,000. Now there's some other interesting calculations that go on here with depreciation and realized and unrealized gains and losses and whatnot. Talk to a tax professional about that, but I'm just giving you kind of a bare bones explanation. In our hypothetical, you bought a property for $200,000, you can now sell it for $700,000. Well, there's a $500,000 profit in there. And just imagine if you dropped $500,000 of investment income to your tax returns, you're probably going to owe a whole lot of taxes. So the 1031 exchange was created so that you could move from one investment property to a similar or greater value investment property without paying those taxes. So here's the process. First, you need to get with a great realtor and a great lender, because the realtor needs to know what the plan is to sell the property. And if you need a mortgage on the new, bigger, better investment property you're buying, you need to make sure you have a lender that has everything fully approved and lined up for you to get into that house. Because once you start this transaction, it's very hard to unwind it, and or you're going to owe taxes on that money. So it goes something like this. I bought the house for $200,000. I can now sell it for $700,000. I list that property with a qualified realtor who can help me sell this property for top dollar. Surprise, surprise, you sell it for $750,000. So after your real estate fees, after some commissions and whatnot, let's say $200,000 minus $750,000 minus the fees, let's say you end up with $520,000 in profit from the sale of this investment property. Well, now the clock is ticking to make sure you don't get taxed in that money. You cannot take possession of that money. That money has to go from the sale to what's called a 1031 accommodator. And a 1031 accommodator will hold that money in reserve or in escrow for you while you go quickly, and there's some time frames on this, so you need to get with a realtor, a lender, and a 1031 accommodator. There's some time frames where you quickly have to identify the 3 properties that you're going to be making offers on or trying to get an accepted offer, so you can roll this profit into the down payment or purchasing all cash, a similar or greater sized or value investment property. So really all a 1031 exchange does is it takes the taxable dollars meaning you would pay taxes on that if you sold that investment, and it moves it to a new investment, a new piece of property, without taxing that money. And then you do the whole thing over again, and you move the $500,000 to another property, and then you sell that in 10 years for $1.5 million, and then you 1031 exchange the $1.5 million profit, and you just keep repeating this over and over again. But the important thing here, and the important concept, is this has to be done in a prescribed methodology from the IRS to make sure that you don't screw up and create a taxable event on that profit that's going from this investment property over to this investment property. So if you want to get hooked up with a realtor in your local area that knows how to handle this, if you want a recommendation for a 1031 exchange accommodator who can help with this process, give us a call. Get on our calendar. The link to my calendar is below. It's calendly.com/something. Just make some time to get on our calendar. Give me a call. Shoot me an email. We'll explain this process to you in detail. We'll evaluate the property we're selling. We'll help you get qualified for the loan on the new property you're buying, and we can refer you to a lender and an accommodator in your area. So Scott Groves with the Scott Groves team. If you have any questions about this, again, give me a call, get on my calendar, leave a comment below. We respond to every comment. And if you like this video, do me a favor, help me with the YouTube algorithm, click the button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. We love dropping information. We try to drop at least 3 of these videos a week. Thanks so much.